What's up? Welcome back. Another episode of Turn Up the Mic. I'm Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
What's up? How's everyone doing this week?
Pretty good. And we got a special guest in the house. Go and introduce yourself, sir.
I go by Twiss. I appreciate you guys for having me.
Yeah. You got a new project out. How do you pronounce it? Because I know there was like, it looks like initials, or do you do it all together? Or
S.I.n,
all
right?
together. It just S.I.n.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit. Go over some topics and stuff. How was your week? How was y'all doing?
It was good. It was a busy week.
Yeah.
We put out a new video, that the What's Poppin' freestyle remix.
Nice.
That's doing pretty good so far. Getting a lot of good feedback from it. Really a spontaneous little project we put together.
Yeah.
But yeah, just been productive. Little photo shoots all week. Just staying busy. Shout out Stilo.
That's cool. Is the well, I guess the pandemic's like a roller coaster right now.
Mm-hmm.
So is it making things harder for you, or is it like not really a big deal?
I mean, as far as like getting out and you always want to interact with the people who support your music, and obviously that's pretty impossible to do right now. Nobody's throwing any shows. There's no events going on. So I mean, it's difficult from that aspect. But I mean, as far as being able to get work done, it's just, I mean, it's easier. You have less to worry about at the time. Like I said, there aren't any events going on, so there's more time being spent in the studio or doing video shoots or photo shoots.
Yeah.
Managing social media presence. Like, it's just, there's a lot more that we can do during the pandemic.
Right.
That isn't going out to events and stuff. But we do miss that. We miss being able to interact with people. So
nice. Well, yeah, we're gonna get into some other music as well, and then briefly jump on your stuff as well, and then just have a good little show.
Sounds good.
How was your week, Roy? You're kind of quiet today.
I was sharing the stuff, make sure he knows where to go right now. No, it was good. Working from home's been good, so I like it. Don't have to go out much.
Yeah,
just for the essentials.
The police raid your house yet?
Not yet.
That's what's up.
Put up some cameras. We good.
Cool. So we got some JCole drama going on right now. He dropped the new single, "Snow on the Bluff." Have you heard the song?
I did.
What did you think about it? Did you think it was as reckless as these black queens are making it out to be?
So before I saw that he dropped it, and then even before I can listen, I saw post on post, because Twitter beyond that. Like, Twitter's fast.
Yeah.
Twitter's better than the news. So I was just like, what did Cole do? And then I heard like cancel. I'm like, bro, like for Cole to be canceled, something big had it. Then I heard the song, was like, is this what we're talking about? Like, did I get the wrong link? I didn't get it. I mean, I understand like they had some opinions on it, but it's definitely overblown. I think it was overreaction.
Yeah,
I definitely think so too. Like, he came from a point of like humbleness. It wasn't like he was bashing anybody or anything.
Yeah,
he said like he came from like he wanted to understand like why she was saying those things, and I guess Twitter's Twitter. They like connected the dots. They're like, it's Noname.
They added dots.
I was like, oh, where?
You said they're quick with it, man.
They're quick with it, man. But yeah, no, I feel like that was that, and it happens a lot in music. It's that selective hearing. Like, you hear, like, they heard one bar here, then they just ran with it. Like, instead of listening to the song, because the song really is what, like Chris said, like, he's talking about stuff like he didn't know everything. He's not the most educated, or he's not educated as you might think he is, and stuff like that. Like, it's almost like, help me out here.
Yeah, well, I was watching the video that Royce the 5'9" had put out talking about that, and it's like everybody. What he was saying is, it's like everybody looks at J. Cole right now because all the stuff that he's done, like, he's perfect. He's never gonna make mistakes, but I mean, he's human. We're all human, and if you do view that as something that was offensive to you, I mean, it's a mistake. He's a man. He's gonna make mistakes, but it's not like he was like you said. He's not on there bashing anybody. I mean,
yeah. And then, if anything, like, I saw the post that Noname did. She was like, poor black folks all over the country are putting their bodies on the line in protests for the collective safety, and your favorite top selling rapper is not even willing to put up a tweet. Niggas' whole discographies be about black flight, and they're nowhere to be found. Like, that seems more rude than anything. Like, what are we talking about?
And then, so they tied that to J. Cole and other people. But I mean, if you follow J. Cole's social media, like, what do you want? More of the tweet other than J. Cole's been out there.
Yeah,
Like he's out there march, he's out there protesting. Like what do you want from him? He's doing it.
they're making him out to like, why ain't nobody going at Meek Mill? Like he seems to be
Yeah.
more like of an activist than J. Cole to me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Meek Mill's really
it's
being
wild.
the Twitter fingers right now, bro.
He's
Like,
jumping in everything, and they just letting him slide.
yeah.
Do you think like J. Cole's talking about how he don't read and all this stuff, like people making him seem to be like he's an idiot?
Yeah.
Like I listen to Audible, so maybe he does too, you know. He could probably be a listener, not really a reader.
I think they're just blowing out of proportion and everything. Like, but
Definitely.
he's out there, and this kind of came up with a topic from I don't know, like a month ago with Wale. You remember a lot of people called him out for not saying anything, and then
I missed that.
he's because
Heard a lot about Kendrick.
no,
Yeah, I
but
heard Kendrick
so people
more.
were calling out Wale, and then that's when he said, what he literally said, "Fuck your favorite artist, I don't care." Like and then so some of his fans posted Wale marching. So and they're like, Wale's not gonna be the one posting himself out there. Like he's gonna be marching to march. He's not gonna be out there for social media marching for the cloud and all that.
Yeah.
So basically what he was saying, and it's kind of like what we're talking about. Like J. Cole's out there doing his thing. Like just let it be.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. And then you got the versus battle that happened over the weekend. Alicia Keys versus John Legend. Did y'all watch it?
no,
I didn't.
I work nights, bro.
I know a lot of people. You asked me for the link, like when
Did you give me the link?
Yes, I said.
Whoa,
I gave you
you
the
gave me
name.
the link?
I gave you the name of the title.
Did you
of
give me the
Punch In.
link?
Like this
Did
guy.
you give me the
I don't
link?
get it. But anyway, it was cool.
Nice,
It was like my first time watching a versus battle. Like I had John Legend by a couple
Do
of
they both
songs.
have good quality?
Like Alicia, yeah, the songs are cool. They did some good songs, but Alicia Keys to
Like
me,
Wi-Fi quality. They're both.
well, they
good?
did in person.
Okay.
They were in person. They were like
6 feet apart.
no, it was, they were back to back. They were on the piano or whatnot. But like Alicia Keys, she started it with like a lot of like feature songs, and it was like through a speaker, and she didn't really play the piano until like a couple songs in. Whereas John Legend, like he was like on the songs, he was singing live and he had the piano. So I had him winning. But I didn't realize how many good songs John Legend has. But Alicia Keys, I mean, it made me wonder.
You haven't been the best John Legend supporter recently.
Oh yeah, so when it comes to John Legend, I feel like every year he records a 2-hour song, like a ballad, and then he
Yeah.
chops it up into like Lucy's and sells them as features because everybody gets the same feature from John Legend.
It sounds the same.
It's the same feature.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that same gospel song. Like everybody, even I think Nipsey had that, or DJ Khaled.
Yeah, it
on
was
that
DJ
Nipsey
Khaled,
song
yeah,
or whatever. He's hustling people.
And I hate that he said it because after he said it, when I listened to it, I'm like,
You start
this
going back
sounds
and-
the same. I was like,
Yeah,
He's a
It's
consman.
like one of those you can't unhear this now.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
hate you.
But yeah, I had him by a little bit, but it was cool. It wasn't super entertaining because they were talking and stuff, but it was nice.
That seems like a talker group compared to other people, like
Yeah.
other verses.
Yeah. So when it came to your album, how long did it take you to put it together? Because it's like 10 songs, right?
Yeah, it's actually we put the whole album together in 4 days.
Nice.
It was like another I don't know. Lately we've been doing a lot of spontaneous kind of
Okay.
things. So I got with Stilo, and then my boy Koala, and we kind of sat down and we just started going for 4 days straight, just making
Yeah.
what we could. Like we got a beat, throw it in there, like let's cook something up. Yeah, and so in a 4 day span, we got 10 solid songs and just ran with it.
Yeah.
Do you like writing to the beat, a cappella, just in your head? How do you prefer to write, or how do you like that whole process? How do you prefer it?
I think I could a little bit of both, as far as like with the beat playing and also a cappella. But I don't know, man. I've had a weird writing process for a while, to where like I could write 1-2 lines or whatever, but I'm gonna have to go back and do the whole thing like in my head real quick, so I can make sure it sounds good, and then I'll write something else, and then go back and do the whole thing again. So I mean, the writing process I've had for a while is kind of lengthy, but I mean it's been working. So
Yeah.
Do you feel like you got to wait on other artists, or do y'all all record at the same time?
yeah,
Like when y'all do features and stuff?
yeah. Well, as far as like the people in AAG, like yeah, we all record at the same time. Usually, just get in there and knock it out.
Yeah.
As far as waiting for other features, I mean, personally, I like to record them at the same time,
Right.
like, you know, just to make sure that everybody's kind of on the same page, and you
Um,
know, if something's wrong, it's like we can just go in there and change it real quick, boom, it's done.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like we weren't real feature heavy on it either, too. So
Right. It
that
was
was
like
kind of
3 or 4, right? Something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like
And
the album though. It was pretty
Thank you.
chill. Yeah, overall I did like it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like the chill albums, the ones just like the beats, just vibes.
Mhm.
Like those are my favorite kind of albums because I think they fit a lot of like moods.
Definitely,
You know,
definitely. And when we put it together, I mean, over the past couple months, kind of been going through a little bit of, you know, ups and downs myself. So I kind of wanted to try to touch base on as many of those topics as I possibly could. So I mean, that's why like I mean on every song almost, it's like you're getting a different vibe because it's a
Yeah.
different feeling of something I've been either thinking about or going through at the time. You know, so yeah, I think it's a real personal album to me.
Yeah. I like that. To me, that's the best. I was talking to Chris earlier through chat that I love stuff like that. Stuff not just stuff that has like the story or like the feelings that get your mind thinking and going. To me, that's what connects you to music.
For
Yeah,
sure.
at least for me, you can have all that party stuff. There's a time and place for every type of music.
Yeah.
What was the like most frustrating song to make on this album or project,
Um.
or the most difficult? The one that was the most problems.
I would say, damn, that's a good question. None of them were too difficult, but I think the song "Movie" was probably the most difficult due to
Mhm.
the fact that that was featuring diversity on it,
Yeah.
and we recorded them at two. That was the one that we did 2 different times.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
so he recorded his verse, and then I recorded my verse in 2 separate locations. So trying to make sure that everything sounded,
Yeah.
consistent and fluent through the whole song. And then, like Stilo does our mixing and mastering and stuff like that. So I'll record a song and I'll send it over to Stilo.
Yeah.
And so, with it being done in 4 days, it's like, all right, well, we got to get all this done. We got to get this out. And then that song came and it was like, well, now he's having to, mix, as an artist, you want to sound good on any
Yeah.
song you're on, whether it's a feature or your own song. So, he's having to, make sure diversity's liking how he sounds, and, I like how I sound, and we're
Yeah.
all in different locations at the time. So that one was probably the most difficult.
Yeah. I always wondered with songs like that where like even like bigger artists, they email the song when the person's not in the same location. Like how do y'all like get the sound quality to match, to where it doesn't sound like you're in 2 different places,
Because I mean, that's where the mastering comes in, right?
Well, the mixing,
Yeah.
the mixing part of it. I mean, I've been doing my own recording, and kind of leveling here and there, for a better half of probably like 5 years now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as like getting the basics to where it's gonna sound good, I can get that done. But I mean, Stilo, that little dude's a genius, man. So I send him something and I get it back, and I mean, I'm pretty sure I could send him really bad quality, and he's gonna send it back to me, and it's gonna sound great.
Yeah.
That's what he does. So.
Yeah. Dope. So switching to a little more music. So there's like the cancel culture that's going on. Speaking of like the whole JCole and stuff, do you think like
Happens
that's
often now, man.
do you think it's getting a little reckless at this point?
Yeah. Now it's like any reason.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, he's gonna like, it's
Like,
just,
I mean,
it's just happening too. It's happening too quickly. Like a story comes out and it's done, and then like you have the trend already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the J. Cole thing, that's a prime example. Like everybody, the song came out, and then in a matter of 2 hours, people are screaming, cancel J. Cole. Like, whoa.
And then they were like, and Kendrick too.
Yeah. and to me, it's like
What do you
also
do?
to me, it's like the source. Like, I bet you like half of those people didn't even listen to the song. They just read like the highlights of the song from a tweet.
Yeah.
And then they took that from their own context instead of listening to the song.
Or they saw a tweet and it's like, oh, J. Cole's bashing this person. Like, no, we can't stand for that.
Check my tone. Like canceled. Is there an artist or entertainer that you canceled yourself?
No, not off the top of my head. No, not really. I mean, yeah, I can't really think of one not that I've listened to personally. Like,
now there's people I don't proactively listen to because of certain stuff, but I'm not gonna like put the music to a side, say like if they're on, I'm gonna turn it, or every now and then I want to listen to a certain song.
Yeah.
There's nobody that I completely canceled. Yep.
R. Kelly.
I mean, that's who I was talking about. Like,
Yeah.
Mr. Urinal, like
yeah, no, that makes sense.
But is it to the point where, say, you
I don't even listen to an
his
R.
song,
Kelly feature?
Man, it's too far.
It's ultra canceled.
I don't know. I mean, I can understand that though, because a lot
Yeah.
of you start wondering, like,
he's
wait,
like reckless with
what are you
it.
talking about right now? Like,
I can understand it. Just to me, it's just like the cancel should be maybe not practically like playing their album, but if a song comes out on a shuffle or something, just let it roll.
Like,
I think a lot of people are doing that just because, like, if you're gonna cancel him, right? If you're gonna keep streaming his music, you're putting money in his
still
pockets.
supporting him. We
yeah,
talked about that.
pennies.
Pennies, whatever.
I mean, it depends on how much.
That's a million pennies, brother.
R.
Like,
Kelly,
what are you
Taking
talking
a million pennies right now.
R. Kelly has many songs that prior to all this stuff coming out was like considered classics. So you're gonna have people going back and listening over and over.
Does it make them not classics?
To me, they don't exist.
Yeah, I think
so.
At that point
It's not that they're not a classic. That never happened.
Like, I was listening to an Aaliyah song the other day, and I was like, "Wait a minute, he wrote this." I had to cut it off. Like, it's ridiculous.
I was bobbing my head. No,
I was like, "Wait a minute."
Delete from the library.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the only one that like I'd go out of my way to not listen to.
You did Kanye for a little bit.
Yeah, Kanye wasn't canceled. He was like soft canceled to me. Like the slavery was a choice thing. Like I just stopped listening for a while, but with the intentions of coming back,
and that kind of hit me because Kanye is being one of my favorite artists for a long time. And I know everybody, everybody has their preferences, or they'll say like, "Oh, he switched up." Like, I mean, but as an artist, you're gonna change over time. Like, you're not gonna do the same thing over and over. But I think I've always believed that musically, Kanye is a genius. Man. Like
he is. I mean, I'm pro Kanye on like his music.
Yeah,
he's given us different versions of himself, different styles of music. There's not too many artists that can say they've done what he's done.
No, not at all.
Just different. There's like 4 different types of music he has in his discography. You can separate and make mini discographies out of.
And that's without even going into his production credits.
Yeah,
his production credits are insane, man.
Like, yeah, definitely. But yeah, I wouldn't like fully cancel because Kanye, I think, is definitely part of the culture. You know, he hasn't done anything like outlandish.
I mean, to be fair, you're talking in the mindset right now, not that you had 2 years ago.
No, even when I said that, I was like, I'm not gonna listen to him for like a week after he dropped. Like I said this on Wax. I was never like, I ain't listening to him ever again because it wasn't like that crazy. We all say crazy things sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And it was one of those things.
Like emotion filled moment right there.
Exactly.
Like no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shout out to Kanye though. I'm getting some foam runners. Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Foam runners are like twisted Crocs. I'm copping those.
That's his most affordable shoe to drop.
Yeah, they 75. So I'm copping 2 of them.
Hey, you act like they're gonna be readily available.
They're so doesn't matter
like
what regular
he puts
buy.
out. Doesn't matter what he puts out. That's gonna sell.
Anything with Kanye's name on it, it's going.
I'm not paying resale value. I'm just gonna try to buy them like direct from him. Because I know they're gonna try to spike the price.
You ain't gonna get 2 pairs.
Oh yeah, just wait till those resellers, man.
Yeah,
they gonna hate you like $500.
Damn scalpers.
You bought them for $75, man.
Yeah, and then we got 6ix9ine. The Trolls video apparently didn't break.
Did you finally see the video?
Yeah, I had to turn it off. Like that's soft porn.
He's like, I gotta watch it after midnight.
But like the song was cool, but apparently he didn't really say anything about it either. Have you noticed that? Because I
don't follow him like you.
Yeah, so he was supposedly supposed to break records like first day numbers on YouTube, but he did a lot of paid advertising, which was like 5 million views worth of paid advertising. So he didn't get that nomination. But like that's still that's a good number of views though.
He's trying to find his way to cheat the system, because the last time it didn't break the record, not because of paid advertising, was because there was enough domestic views.
Yeah.
This time there was enough domestic views, but there's too much advertisement. He's trying. He's in find that line.
But that's wild though, because he's still doing like, even if you take the 5 million views away, it was still like 30 million.
What is
that? Is that what he's sitting at right now?
I think. Well, that's what it was when it first came out. That was in a day.
Gotcha.
Like nobody's really. He has the #1 record, I believe, but this one was supposed to top that one, but it didn't. From what I saw.
What was that the last one he put out?
The Gouda, whatever the song was. I like that one. That was my favorite one. But
I can't get into his music, man.
Yeah,
same.
I try to separate artists. I try to separate music from a person, right? Just to try to like give somebody a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know dude personally. I know that, you know, he may have done a lot of shady shit.
Oh yeah.
Like I tried to separate the music from the person, and it's the music still to me. I just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even so I do the same thing, but for him, because of I know him because of other stuff, that's the only reason I actually peep something out when he drops it.
Yeah.
And it just still doesn't hit. Like I don't get it. I don't get the fans he has around it. Like that style would just so I don't know. I just don't like it.
I still feel like when he drops Locked Up the part 2 song, I think that one's gonna be his first flop. I'm calling it.
You think so?
What's a flop?
You think so?
Like I don't think it's gonna do numbers. I don't think
What's
it's
numbers?
What do you mean?
Because
like,
this dude's been whatever he puts out is getting views. Like it doesn't matter.
I don't.
It's running wild every time.
I think
It doesn't matter what he says.
I don't think it's gonna do more than 20 million in a day.
Man, if he does 19 million, that's a flop.
I think
Yeah.
I think that song right there is gonna be the biggest one. He's
The
put out
Locked Up
so
one?
far. Yeah,
Oh.
just due to the fact that
Someone said that last week. Who said that?
Think
I
about
did.
No,
think
you
about
did?
he's combining two fan, like he already has his own fan base, and granted, like, you know, Nicki Minaj, like, you know, she helped him with this song and all that, but I feel like Akon, especially with the song like Locked Up, like that's such an iconic song that, you know, to
And
do a
it's
remix.
and it's so
like,
I wouldn't. It's fitting to the situation he was in.
mm-hmm.
Like I think it's gonna do numbers. I told you it's gonna be his biggest one.
Even if people don't like him, they're gonna watch it. But like myself, I will say I'll watch it just because I'm a fan of Akon.
Yeah,
I like the song Locked Up, so I want to see, you know, did they completely destroy it, or
I definitely feel like he will.
And he probably will.
Yeah.
But we won't know till we watch.
But I think that the record, I think he could break the record
You know,
off of that song. If
Yeah.
there's any song he puts out, I think it could be that one.
Yeah,
that would definitely surprise me. But all right, switching to sports, you got Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. They agreed to a 2-fight deal in principle.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's pending like the fights between them two, if one of them loses or not.
Yeah.
Do you feel like fights should be like a year at a time instead of like 2 deals? You know, like 2-fight deals, especially if you have other opponents you're finna fight before you fight them twice.
They're just setting themselves up already. They want to have the plan after the fight already, after their fights.
Yeah,
but it's not like that could change if they just don't do the whole 2-fight deal. Because I feel like people would be more upset if they give you that expectation and then something goes to where they can't do it.
You have to look at boxing is I'm not gonna say slow sport, but it's there's a lot of gap between fights. So you need something in between, or you need something to keep momentum and hype. Like, say after the next fight, they already know what's coming. They already know what's going to start promoting and all that. Instead of the couple of months before they even find out who's his next opponent, before they can start promoting. So it's already ready for all that.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely up to date with everything boxing, but does that mean they're not giving Wilder that rematch, or?
Yeah.
So this is after that.
It'll happen so the Wilder fight's going to happen, then Anthony Joshua.
Supposed to be.
Supposedly.
And I think Anthony Joshua is going to fight somebody else too.
Yeah.
So it's like muddy to me, you know. It just seems to be.
So does that fight still stay if Fury does lose the belt?
You see what I'm saying? Like,
no, it doesn't.
Then would then Joshua fight Wilder at that point?
Well, I mean, that's what to me makes boxers like underappreciated in the way they handle their money.
Yeah,
they get the money themselves on the way they handle their contracts. So he would have to renegotiate a contract with.
Which defeats the whole purpose of talking about it in the now. Before. You see what I'm saying?
No, because now there's hype for him to win the fight with Wilder. I mean, there's hype for him to win it now because they already know what's next.
But what happens? Like, I don't know. I think that's weird. Like you're planning for something that might not happen.
Just like the whole Anthony Joshua and the one guy.
Well, that's why the fight's only agreed in principle, because they don't know yet.
So until after the Wilder fight, they're not gonna lock it in.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even talk about it to me. Like
that's how it happens.
Like, I just don't like that. It seems to be.
It gets you something to look forward to. Especially depends on who you're a fan of. Like who you're a fan of. If you're a fan of Joshua, so now I know who you're gonna cheer for on this fight because you want to see Joshua fight.
I guess. So we talked about sports a little bit before we got started on the show. You said what team are you? Detroit?
For basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Pistons fan.
Nice.
Unfortunately.
How are they doing this year? They going to
Next topic.
Disney World?
Next topic. Man, it's so bad, dude. Like, it's like I was saying,
Disney.
like I was saying before, man. It's like you know, I've spent all these years as a Pistons fan for 3 championships. All these years of misery just for 3 championships, and it's like I've only seen one in my lifetime. You know, the other ones I you know go back and watch on ESPN Classic or whatever it is. But
Classic, yeah.
But like, man, just for one championship in my lifetime is so many years of misery, man. I mean,
at least you saw one, man. That's
yeah,
what counts.
You and Roy saw one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what can to me. That's the best feeling as a fan, compared to like Chris. He picks a team every year before the season starts, depending on the roster.
I don't know about all that.
Bro, don't go there.
Well, I know heartbreak all too well when it comes to sports, man.
Both.
I'm a Falcons fan.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That right there is tough.
Yeah,
Jose,
you just gotta feel sorry. You just gotta feel sorry for Falcons
when he
fans.
said he was Boston, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I'll bring it up now. But just
Please do.
Don't you stay quiet back there.
Hey,
I don't wanna
all
talk
my
about
teams
that.
succeed except for the Jets, and the Jets are like the ugly stepchild in my relationship here. Like I keep them in the basement, and whenever they like succeed,
when they start doing good, you let them out for a
yeah,
treat.
yeah, like when we get a quarterback that doesn't look like Syndrome or whoever from The Incredibles, it's great.
Well,
Man,
at least you didn't blow a lead in the Super Bowl, bro.
Hey, at least your quarterback cannot get mono.
man, y'all are like really trying to one down each other.
they're like, oh, my
That's
team's
crazy.
worse. My team's worse.
Hey, I love
My
Matt
team's
Ryan
worse.
too. I love Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, Boston College guy.
That's like a
Very
first.
good in
Shout out
college.
Matt Ryan.
Shout out to Matt Ryan, and shout out to Julio Jones too.
Would you pay Matt
Go.
Ryan right now, Jose?
Of course, I would.
Always asking who would you pay?
Of course I would.
Because
show.
he'll pay everybody. I try to
I-
find someone he wouldn't
I'll
pay.
tell you straight up, bro. Like, they better pay Matt Ryan a little bit more, man, for everything he's doing in Atlanta. On top of that, being on the field, putting up the numbers he puts up, man. They bet.
Yeah.
I mean, give that man the Brinks truck.
If I haven't found anyone that he wouldn't pay, he'll give Dak like $200 million.
Of course I would. I
Whoa,
mean,
whoa,
are they
whoa,
better than
whoa.
Sam Darnold?
Every episode.
Whoa.
It's our favorite topic on this show.
Wait,
Is
you-
Dak
you
Prescott
would
good
give
or
Dak
not?
Prescott $200 million.
Immediately.
Whoa.
I, if I was the Jets right
He's
now, I
like,
would call up the
whoa.
Cowboys.
He's
I'd
like,
be
I don't care if he has no one to pass it to.
I don't.
Do you want
He
to
may
check?
not
on
have a
Brady
line to
doesn't have
block
anyone
for
to
him, but-
pass it to. Brady's an old man and he's doing all this stuff. Why can't I get Dak? I have said,
I mean,
I'll
Brady's
call-
won championships, though.
hey, well, Dak didn't have a coach apparently, and he doesn't have one in New York. But I mean, I'd rather have
You
Dak
don't
than
prove your
Sam.
point any episode.
Before
You're like,
y'all
no
come at me,
receivers. He's like, no coach.
Hey, let me tell you, I'm very realistic with the Jets. They're going to trade Jamal Adams for draft picks, and they're going to fuck up both draft picks
are
immediately.
you sure they're gonna trade him though? Because isn't this like the 8th time he's requested a
This
trade?
is this
No,
is
this is the
accurate.
first time he officially.
Yeah,
requested one.
there's been the rumors
Were the other
everywhere.
ones whispers? Like,
Yeah,
okay.
They're
How do
like,
we know
he
about him,
feels,
man?
huh? Because when the
'Cause,
agent publicly
yeah.
says it,
the agent leaks to the reporters
That
and
he
like,
wants to
guys,
trade.
Jamal,
And Jamal Adams just looks pissed off all the time. So you
Yeah,
have to
that's
assume,
true.
Like he wants out of New York.
he plays pissed off too. He's very, very good. I've said it. I'll take Dak Prescott and a first-round pick, and I'll give the Cowboys Jamal Adams and Sam Darnold. Let's call it a day. You don't want to pay Dak?
They
New York
don't
will.
need Sam Darnold.
We-
though.
why do
If
we want
if-
Sam
If
Darnold?
Dak
Because
ain't
the Cowboys don't want to pay Dak apparently.
if
Why-
Dak ain't there,
what
they
does
have
that
Andy
mean?
Dalton.
yeah.
Oh, Andy Dalton's not better than Sam Darnold.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
He's younger. He's younger
He
and so
hasn't-
much better.
Andy Dalton hasn't had a line in Cincinnati his
Why
whole career.
you trying to sell Sam Darnold after you just put him down?
Because Sam Darnold's better than Andy Dalton. He's
Sam
better
Darnold's
than a
not good. Do
backup.
you want him?
Yes.
You trying to sell him after you
Nah.
just
Hey,
put him
you
man.
need the Cowboys will need a quarterback, and let me tell you, Andy Dalton's not hitting with the fan base. You
Well,
try to.
If
Hey,
Dak
but
holds
this
out,
is-
he better start hitting
No,
the
this-
fan base. 'Cause that's all they got to
the
rely on.
Cowboys fan base after Andy Dalton gives them one good game, they're on his side.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious in the
Yeah.
preseason. They're gonna be like, man, Andy Dalton, he's better than Dak.
It's the Dak and Romo thing all over again.
Oh yeah.
Hey, well,
just reverse agents.
Yeah,
right?
they're about to love him.
always remember that Dak Prescott got his ass beat on spring
Oh, my
break
God.
at Mississippi State. Just
This
remember
guy.
that. Never forget that.
But you want to pay him $200 million?
Of course I do. Immediately.
He knows he can take a beating.
Yeah, he's durable.
Do you feel like since Zeke tested positive for coronavirus, Dak is gonna have to take a pay cut?
Nope. Bro, you're
Take your time.
no. Hey, but it's weird how the news breaks. Like I haven't heard any NFL players getting tested positive, but for some reason in the last 2 weeks, that's all I've been hearing. Like, why are they all coming at once?
'Cause they're
Did they all
getting
get tested
closer.
together?
They're getting closer to game
releasing it
time.
too, because I know Zeke tweeted something.
He was like, HIPAA.
HIPAA. I mean, and it's right. Like, can I report
Yeah.
about this before
Right.
y'all start telling my medical
But
history?
yeah,
That's funny.
It's just weird that out of nowhere, all these NFL players are testing positive. Today they
Yeah.
released,
It was like
What?
5 of them, right?
but today they released, or yesterday they released like 4 or 5 Falcons got tested positive.
It's almost game time. They got like 2 weeks, 2 months.
I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, they didn't
You
say
know
who.
What? No, they didn't say who. Man,
They're not
They
trying to
get the
sued.
bad contract
First of
out
all, it's only going to be major players that they release names,
Yeah.
because the way they released Zeke, they said Zeke and other players. We have no idea who the players are.
yeah,
Wow.
but I mean, you don't think they learned after they did that, like how pissed off Zeke was about it? Like maybe
They
now
haven't
they're
found
not
the
going to
culprit yet, though.
You know what I'm confused about? I don't know.
Just
What,
maybe reporters in Atlanta are a little bit nicer. Like
that's
Yeah.
true. That's definitely
Yeah.
true. Especially
like,
the ones
it's
in
a
Dallas.
smaller stage.
I don't understand why does Zeke get mad about this, but he doesn't get mad about people releasing his tweaked hamstring in a regular season game and like any other day.
There's
Because
a
he was going
huge
to go
difference
to a party
Yeah.
that night.
There's a huge difference.
He was
There.
going to a party. Dak was having another party.
Man, like, was that the first thing y'all thought about? Like, when y'all heard about that? Like,
No, that's
the
what you thought
party.
about.
Exactly.
Because you messaged me when that came out. Dak has it now because he was at the party.
Because I heard it has like a 2-month incubation period. It takes about 2 months for you to start getting it. So it's about right.
I heard 14 days.
I
I
thought
don't know.
it
We
was
got
2 to
2
4
months, bro.
But-
2
bro,
months, bro.
but
You
if
better
you're-
be over
if
that
you're-
man, in 2 months, bro.
He's trying to connect dots.
If you're a professional athlete, you're the way that you defend viruses is
Your
a little
immune system?
Exactly. It's a
Mhm.
little
Yeah, I
stronger
got you.
than the normal person.
Bro, he
That's
had to
why it
bail
takes a
you out
little.
with that. He
It
had to
takes a
bail you
little
out.
longer. It's like a Trojan horse.
Yeah, Chris, I like how you're reaching here. Your arms are stretching out. You're reaching. You're reaching.
The
for 'em.
recovery was commendable, bro. It was commendable.
I try. So, how do you feel about switching back to basketball? How do you feel about Popovich calling out the NFL? I guess Roger Goodell about his stance on kneeling and the whole protest thing.
We called out also other NFL owners. too.
Yeah, it was Jerry Jones and was it?
It
the
was Robert
Patriot?
Kraft.
It was okay. How do you feel about it? Do you think it's like out of line? Because I know you said you hate like freedom of speech, but like
What?
or something like that. I don't remember exactly what you
No, I'm
said.
saying like, I think Pop, like the way he talks, but compared to like how other people in his like position talk about it, he
Mhm.
talks about it more in the most negative way.
He was
Like, because he even talked about like, if you support this and this, I don't care if you come to a game or not. Like, it's just the way he does it, and he has the organization behind him. I
yeah,
just don't like the way he does it. Like, let him talk about it, but he just puts everyone down.
because he was like a smart man is running the NFL, and he didn't understand the difference between the flag and what makes the country great.
Yeah.
Technically, like, did he
But
say anything wrong?
Even like
there?
even when he said like something about Trump voters, if you didn't come to a game after you voted for Trump, I don't care.
But I think that just comes from. I mean, he's. I mean, are y'all from San Antonio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're all from here, right? We
Yeah.
all have seen Popovich do his thing over the
He's
years. Like,
passionate, yeah.
This is what he does. If he has something on his mind, he's going to talk about it, and he's already said numerous times, like basically, like I don't fuck with Trump. Like I don't do that. And I mean, if you strongly,
but no, but like I was saying, Chris, that's fine of him saying I don't fuck with Trump. That's cool.
yeah.
But like the way he puts a lot of other people into it, talk about you and the way you feel with him, that's fine. But like you have an organization behind him. I was telling him is that like the way he talks, it feels like anyone underneath them can't even have their opinion about him.
I don't know. I feel like you just get to a certain point where you just kind of get fed up with stuff. Like right now, the country as a whole is just fed up with shit.
Yeah.
Like, tired of all the bullshit, all the discriminations and everything going on. So it's like when you get to that point, you're just like, man, I don't give a damn what anybody has to say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what I have to say.
But he's
And-
been like that, like you said, he's been like that for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think I respect it more because if you feel some way, like, say it, say what
That's
you
what I was
feel
telling him.
because it's. I feel like for so long it was like, no, bite your tongue. Like
Yeah.
all this bullshit's going on. Bite your tongue. Don't say anything about it. Don't we'll just kind of sweep it under the like come out there and say something. Like you're on a platform to where you can say.
Well, no
something,
one's saying no one's saying not to let him say anything. Let him say what he wants, but he's throwing in names in there that have nothing to do with him that he might not even know these people.
So do you think
That's what I'm saying. That let him say whatever he feels about the stuff, blah, blah. But he's throwing names in there that do
Like-
not even know on a personal basis. Like, why are you throwing
You
names in there?
mean like Jerry Jones and
Robert
Robert Kraft?
Kraft? Yeah.
so? Do you think
How many conversations do you think he had with Robert Kraft? I don't think he had many.
I don't
Who
know.
knows? Who knows?
I don't know, man.
Jerry Jones, I say, is more acceptable because they're in Texas.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, he's just like that's what I'm saying. Like, relax on that. Like, give all your feelings about all that. But it seems like every other week he's throwing another name somewhere.
Wouldn't you say that it's smart to hold people accountable? Like, if you have a platform, even if you don't feel the same way, about the situation, isn't it okay to sit here and try to hold them accountable?
He's holding them accountable by his belief.
Like, do you?
Well, I mean, the fact that there's still owners that are like, if they're kneeling, they're not playing. Like, we're not gonna let them do that. Like, it's to the point now where it's like y'all are making this about something that it's not.
Yeah.
They're and it's crazy because when all the riots go on, and it's like, why can't y'all just peaceful protest? Well, we tried that.
Yeah.
We've been doing that, but y'all want to make it about something else and say like, oh, you're disrespecting the flag. Like, no, man, that's not what it's been about. That's not what it's about now. It's not, so. But now they're still like, oh, or they're either not saying nothing, or they're saying they don't, or we don't mess with that. Well, like, nah, hold them accountable then. Like, if you call them out on it, hold them accountable.
Jerry's been very quiet too throughout all.
Well, I mean,
very quiet.
The NFL's been very quiet. All the owners have been quiet. They haven't said anything.
I feel like they're just like following trends though, because like, do you feel like legit Roger Goodell's open to signing Cap or like advising teams to sign him?
If anyone's the easiest to retract themselves from the whole situation is him, because all he can say is that I think someone should sign him. He has no authority on anyone actually signing him.
Yeah.
So to him, he's in the easiest position to kind of put himself in the positive, as in someone should.
Well, and see, the messed up thing about that is he could say it out loud.
Exactly.
And then go around to the owners, be like, hey, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he probably did that already.
But even if he didn't say anything behind closed doors, he has no control over that.
So why even say something?
Because he has to. In this point, like they put him there. So, but like I said,
it goes down to that accountability thing. Like,
he has that,
because that just makes him look bad. Because on one hand, he's like, we've moved on for him, and
but how does
like
that
a
make
trend
him look,
about it?
How's that make him look bad if he says, if he still has the ability, someone should sign him? He did his part. Now it's up to the teams. Now what he did is he put the accountability on everyone else, not him.
I think it makes him.
I can see that.
I think it makes him look bad because on one hand, in December, he's like, the teams have moved on from him, and now he's advising teams to sign, which is right around the time that everybody
with everything going on right now. All
exactly,
we talk
that's
about
what I'm
is growth
saying.
and people learning.
So
now you're knocking him for learning,
which is ironically the right around the time that he's on board. Like, where was that?
Is there a wrong time to learn?
I think we'll never fully know if he did learn or if it's all fake.
Yeah,
we're never gonna know that.
Yeah,
so
but
you just
the whole thing
go.
is he shifted it to off him now.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, So then people are now going to be looking to the owners like, who's going to sign Cap? Who's going to bring him on?
Because your commissioner's behind it, so now who's going to do it?
I personally think there's like at least at minimum 10 teams right now that have a worse starting quarterback than Kaepernick.
Do you think
based on how he was when he left?
Minnesota.
Based on how he was when he left.
True. But I mean, if he has kept himself in as good a shape as what everybody's saying, and he can come out and he can, maybe he's stronger, maybe he's faster, maybe he can throw the ball more accurately. We obviously we don't know.
There's no reason why he shouldn't be signed to a team that at least has a quarterback battle, where like their preseason or like just practice, they're going to determine who's the starter. There's no reason why he shouldn't be signed to one of those teams.
I mean, true, but even then, like, you can look at teams like, the Jets. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of Jets fans maybe believe Sam Darnold is not the answer. If you don't think Sam Darnold's the answer, what's stopping you from giving Cap a try? Because I can tell you the difference between Colin Kaepernick and Sam Darnold right now. Kaepernick's been to a Super Bowl. Like, he's led a team to a Super Bowl. Granted, that defense was amazing, but he got him to the Super Bowl. So why not try to see if he still got it? What's it going to hurt? If you're going to lose this season anyway, see what he got.
On top of that, the Jets literally lost every game Sam Darnold didn't start because he had mono for like 5 games. And they put out a bunch of schmucks out there.
Oh, I forgot he did. That's why you said that about Matt Ryan not getting mono.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, he kisses girls and gets mono.
Sounds like he's selling them again because he won every game he started. Like,
he did.
What is he doing?
He's great.
Make a decision.
The Falcons, they could use a backup quarterback.
Hey, nope.
They could use a backup quarterback.
Put that evil on me.
And the Chargers too.
Are you talking about Sam Darnold or Colin Kaepernick?
Kaepernick.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to sell me Sam Darnold.
No, the Falcons don't have anything to offer the Jets for Sam.
Who do you think is signs first?
Wait a minute.
It don't take much to offer for it. What are you going to take?
Right now, if we're saying right now, I would rather have Sam Darnold over Matt Ryan.
Wow.
He's older. That's just it. Matt Ryan's better right now, but
I'm so lost in what his belief
He's
is.
going
I'm
back
so
and
lost.
forth. Like,
It's like I hate Sam Darnold, but I keep saying I love Matt Ryan, but I'll take Sam Darnold over. That's not making sense. Bro.
I love Sam Darnold, but he's not better than Dak Prescott. That's what I'll say, and I'll trade him right
how
now.
we get back to Dak?
he loves him.
But-
I do.
but-
I want him.
We need to
But
give him a
neither-
Dasher.
I may piss some people off here, but neither Dak Prescott or Sam Darnold are better than Matt Ryan. So
So
why wouldn't you take Matt
at this
Ryan?
moment?
because he's old.
At this moment,
I'll take Dak over
9
Matt Ryan.
straight 4,000-yard seasons. 9 straight.
So I mean,
Nine
that's
straight.
a lot of years. Like he has a lot of years on him.
And
I
it
don't.
is
You
a
think he's gonna do anything this year?
Think so. I think so. I
What was
think
he gonna do?
we had a
9
banged
wins?
up. We had a banged up Devontae.
9 wins.
What are you a fan of? You a Cowboys fan?
Cowboys.
Oh
fan,
man.
yeah.
I thought he was a Texans
you?
fan.
Hey,
Wait a
where's
second.
where's the exit at, bro? How do I get
Don't.
out of here?
Do not put me in the Texans category, man.
Look, man.
Nah.
Matt Ryan got last year. Our offensive line was banged up. Our whole defense got hurt, and I mean our whole defense got hurt.
That's true.
Matt Ryan now this year has an improved offensive line. Our defensive players are back. Hopefully they can stay on the field. And if we get any resemblance of prime Todd Gurley, that takes a lot of pressure off. I love Devontae Freeman, but he didn't have a prime Todd Gurley or even 75% prime Todd Gurley last year. We had a banged up Devontae Freeman, a banged up Ito Smith.
That's a lot of ifs, and we need.
You're a Cowboys fan. Y'all live off that.
Yeah.
Y'all
need
live
Dak.
off
Yes,
that.
here we
We
go.
just need
Y'all
Dak
live
to
off
play
Here we
right now.
go.
What
We
you
just need
mean?
Dak to
Light
play.
it
That's
up.
it.
Who's gonna play y'all's cornerback position?
We're gonna score. That's all.
Or
We're gonna
y'all-
score more.
defense, be
That's the
damned.
plan,
That's how
right?
you win a
Score-
game.
Score 50-something points and the other team can't.
Is that's how you win a game? Score more points.
Hey, Dak
Right.
Prescott sounds.
I mean,
hey,
that's how
I
you
mean,
score
on
a game.
paper, that sounds like it could work, but bro, I think there's a problem in this
We're
philosophy.
gonna score
here.
more points.
the real question
Nah.
is:
Basics. Back to basics.
are the Falcons going to be better than the Saints this year? Because that's the team. That's the team they've got to be better than.
I'm obligated to say, hell yes, we are.
You know
you're
I'm
not. You know you're
obligated.
not.
I'm obligated to say that.
That
means
rivalry
no.
runs deep.
I think the Saints are gonna win 1.5 games, and they're gonna
Hell
blow
yeah.
up, you know. That's about it.
Well,
they-
Drew Brees,
They're gonna win half of one game and call it a day.
people are going to come for Drew Brees' ass this year.
Oh, Drew Brees has a target
Yes.
on his head, man.
Yeah, they're definitely muddied the waters.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, for your own team to come out and
Speaking
start.
of being outspoken,
But Drew's shaking in his boots right
Yeah.
now.
that's
A
crazy.
Deion
that
Jordan.
offensive line is just gonna open like, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be like in the longest
We
yard.
said last week, like in the longest yard.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would do this
Exactly.
myself.
Thomas Patterson said in the chat, Matt Ryan is trash.
Uh-huh.
Man, there's a lot of Matt
Oh,
Ryan slander, and I
there's-
won't.
yeah.
I won't have it.
All right, Thomas, I got you, bro.
Right.
I got you. We don't have a conversation as soon as I leave here, bro.
Show yourself. And then what was I gonna say? Oh, we talked about it a little earlier. Josh Gordon there are talks of him making a return. Do you think teams should move on from him or give him another chance?
No, because the reason he was suspended, he won't be suspended for anymore.
I think that nobody really truly knows at this point what we can expect from Josh Gordon. Like
He did really good in that one game in New England. Didn't he score a touchdown?
did he?
Yeah.
Josh Gordon was
I
good
thought
in
that
New
was
England.
Antonio Brown.
Was he spectacular?
They're both
though?
good.
Antonio Brown did that.
No, I think Josh Gordon did that too. Didn't Josh Gordon score a touchdown?
They both were in New England. They had a hell of a wide receiver room, guys.
I thought he
Yeah.
was okay.
Yeah, one can't stay off drugs, the other one can't stop talking. Like,
Yeah.
I'll take the
What are you
drug
gonna
user
do?
now because he's
well,
cool
yeah,
now.
I mean,
He's
yeah,
cool now.
yeah. Take the drug user now. I don't know
Bruh.
about AB though, man.
Yeah,
AB's
about
going to be
AB.
back, guys. Let me tell you right now. Another popular topic on this show is AB. AB's going to come back.
I can see
AB
him coming back
AB
before
came
Josh Gordon.
AB came for Julio Jones,
Right.
and at that point, y'all
Yeah.
asked me if I ever canceled him. That he's canceled now. Don't come for Julio.
To
Leave
me,
Julio
the
alone.
only time like AB was there, but when he got my bad side when he put out that song, "Running." Did you ever hear that song by him? The music
was
video?
trash.
Yeah, the
Bro,
one where he's in that
trash.
mansion.
Yeah.
Trash. Like
Yeah.
the whole video, he's just like this.
I mean,
he
he had
he
to do
does make
something.
bad music.
He had to do something right.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't getting a game check. Let him get a YouTube
Yeah.
check.
Ironically, he's been pretty quiet lately, even with this whole COVID thing, even with the protesting. I haven't heard anything from AB.
Maybe somebody finally told him to shut the hell up.
That's wild.
Because he can't have his
Deion Sanders has
people
been
around
working
him.
him. The cornerback, Deion Sanders, has been working with him. And
Oh yeah. I did see that.
I could
did
definitely see
that.
him coming back before
Yeah,
Josh
Deion
Gordon.
was like, you know what, man? Just shut the fuck up.
Stop
You get your
talking.
money.
Stop
Like,
talking and get paid, bro.
You mean that's all it takes?
Coming from Deion is kind of weird to hear something like that. Though.
Yeah.
Exactly, but he
Yeah.
knows best.
Yeah.
He ultimately knows when Antonio's going through the best.
I mean, because he literally said when all this that the hype of AB was going on, he said on a lot of shows that his mouth got him into trouble where he's lost money before.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean, I think if Josh Gordon could come back and stay, like, I mean,
That's like
obviously
always the
they're
thing,
not
though.
testing. They're not testing for marijuana anymore. So I mean, dude, go to practice, go to the games, get as high as you want when you're at home. Like,
Didn't he leave
make
for
sure you
like
stay
because he
on your
relapsed
stuff.
or something, right?
Yeah, I know at one point he had left for
Forced out. Let's not say leave.
Like a
He's
family
forced out.
member died as
he
well.
left at one
Yeah.
point because he was going through a lot of mental health issues, I believe.
Yeah, so it's not just like he's not just Wiz Khalifa out here. It's like bigger things than weed.
But I remember that when he came back, he got tested and failed. So it was just
Oh, okay.
He's
I
not-
think
he
I
wasn't
know
using the
which one you're
time
talking
wise
about.
he gets to prepare himself to come
Yeah,
back.
like
Yeah,
I
I mean,
wouldn't-
there's so many incidents that it's hard to remember which one you're talking about.
exactly. I would probably move on for him. I think it would be more beneficial for him to just get himself together mentally.
I think it's hard to do that just because he has been so good when he is on the field, man. Like
he's like what 30 something now.
Again, I'm gonna bring it back to the Jets because they don't have anybody, so I hope
They
this guy
don't.
back there. But the Jets could use somebody like
Sam
him.
Fuck
Arnold.
yeah.
Yeah,
The Jets could use somebody like him. I mean,
They don't have the resources to keep him in the team and with
Chargers.
them. Yep. All these teams, they all needed a number one
Yeah.
wide receiver like
And
that.
also, I think right now he's not going to come at the price either. Like he's
no,
so
like you,
Minimum.
there's minimum
Minimum
risk.
deal.
you
I don't know
can't-
why
you
he-
can't
I don't know
demand
why
a
you
lot of
wouldn't.
money if you're him. At this point,
Yeah.
you sign a 1 year prove it contract,
Mm.
get out there, see what you could do.
And what we were talking about earlier, what David Irving's gonna come back to the Cowboys. Hopefully,
Is that official?
that's what he said. Well,
He wants to
It-
come
it
back.
is.
he
To
wants
him.
to come back. They can't do the deal
You
yet.
want him to come back.
yeah, he does.
He said he posted he wants to be back. He told Jerry he's ready.
I mean, if we're gonna be honest, the team that should and probably would sign Josh Gordon is the Cowboys. They love taking.
Bro, they have so
Yeah.
many damn receivers right now.
Hey,
Where you gonna
what's
put
another
him?
one? What's
Where are you
another?
gonna put him?
Hey, you don't have to rely
But
on
we're a
him.
little light on the tight end.
A tight
You
end.
gonna put Josh Gordon at tight end?
No, I'm
You got
saying
Blake-
no. We're talking about the way, but we do need help in the tight end position.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got Blake
Well, y'all
Jarwin-
need help in a lot of positions, but
The
we
defense.
won't talk about that. We'll talk about the tight end.
Bruh, coming at me.
The Cowboys fans are fun to
Hey,
fun to
bro.
mess with.
Hey, bro, you were talking about my ifs with my Falcons, so hey, you open
There's
that
a
door.
lot of ifs.
You open that
I
door.
heard more ifs than you know.
Then you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, come on, dog. You know.
15 years of Cowboys fans saying they're winning the Super Bowl. What's
I love
16,
it. I've been
right?
saying
We're
that
at
That's
16.
funny.
Out of those
I love it.
15 years, I probably said it for five years around there somewhere.
And
See,
I'm
that's
a-
all right.
I'm a
It's
realistic
all right to
Cowboys
sprinkle.
fan.
Okay. I guess that's why the ifs
are
don't
you
matter.
are you though? Because you say you don't want to pay Dak. You say frequently you don't like Dak.
No, I never said I don't like him. I said I don't want to pay him what he wants. There's a difference.
You're gonna lose him. I
Fine.
can't wait.
I don't like him anyway.
When I lose them, I don't like him.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't pay Dak the money he's demanding at this point, but
Yeah, me.
I would definitely pay him something. I mean, he's won games. What else do you want?
And then switching to basketball, Kyrie, he is now proposing players to start their own league. Do you
He's throwing statements out
if
there.
do you think if you don't show up to work to get paid, you can have the financial ability to build your own
But
league?
like Austin Rivers said, Kyrie's in that top percent NBA of income. Like he's not thinking like the other 90%.
Yeah,
Do you think Kyrie is aware of other players not getting paid the same as him?
I feel like
I-
Kyrie goes through
he knows
periods of
of
not
it.
giving a shit.
Yeah, like
Kyrie's
he
just
knows
like,
of
I'm,
it. Yeah,
I'm gonna say this because this is what I feel, and y'all can get with me or not. Like, I don't think Kyrie cares most of the time.
I think Kyrie's trying to find the mole in his friend group. I think I think he's sprinkling information to everyone and he's seeing what comes
standing
out.
next to
Hey,
KD
but-
while he's on the phone. You got a burner open.
He's
Like,
like,
that's his fault for having Zoom meetings with like 100 people.
Hey, who's gonna leak?
everybody say
I
their
mean,
name.
but he's the vice president. Doesn't he have to do something like that?
That's
Like, I mean,
wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got to have some Zoom meetings like that. I would assume. Like,
Do you think Kyrie's like the NBA's Kanye West?
Yes,
damn, I never thought of it.
He
Like,
just
he's a shit stirrer.
he does say a lot of stuff that's just wild.
I don't.
Like we need more pieces.
He
At a team
does.
meeting?
He does. But just like Kanye, like I'm a Kyrie Irving fan. I love his game, man. He's a great player. But I mean, yeah,
Is he though?
is he not?
As
Is
someone that had Kyrie
doesn't like
Irving
Kyrie.
on his team,
Like, is he
whoa.
really a good player?
he's
af-
not. He can't lead a team.
After
Whoa,
LeBron
whoa.
left, what did he really do? Everybody hated him. Like
Kyrie's not a
Second-rate
leader.
player.
He's not a leader. No.
But I
to
said
say he's
talent
not a
wise,
good
he's a great
player,
talent.
so
bro,
he's a
come
good
on.
feature. He's a feature artist.
I mean, yeah.
He is a
Okay.
good feature.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
we
good.
can go with that.
I go with that.
He needs a KD or a LeBron, so it's good that
Okay.
him and KD teamed up.
But the way you say
But-
it, you just put him down.
Yeah.
The way you
Yeah.
say it,
We're not gonna
you
act like
gotta,
he
you gotta
didn't,
reword
you know,
that.
Yeah.
pull up in Steph's face in Game 7 and just ice that
I
game.
mean,
for
we
him.
all got
Like,
moments.
Would you say that he's John?
He had 41 2 games before. He dropped 41 points 2 games before that.
Was LeBron on that team?
That's I already said though. You gotta pair him with
Don't put him on the
somebody.
spot.
Like,
No, go ahead. I welcome it.
has
But
he
you gotta
had-
pair him with somebody.
Has
so
he had
yeah.
those moments in Boston? Has he had those moments with Brooklyn?
Let me tell you.
But that's what I'm saying. Yes, Kyrie needs a player that you can put with him, and they kind of keep him like, hey man, we gotta get this shit like this.
Does he listen though?
He listened to LeBron.
LeBron's not there no more.
KD is. You wouldn't listen to KD?
Is KD a leader
I
though?
was about to say, is KD a leader? The
He's
burners.
not a leader.
I don't know. KD. I mean,
we got 2 number 2s on the team.
no. Let me ask you.
They
then.
make
okay,
they make
so
number one or not?
with KD, when he went to Golden State, he wasn't the leader of that team. You don't think?
I don't think so.
You don't?
He was like
Nah,
their
he
Hulk.
wasn't.
He was like their Hulk.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, just let him go.
Yeah.
yeah, just
Let him go.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
You know why
I
you're here.
think he was.
The whole time he seems like he was just visiting. Like he wasn't the
yeah.
leader.
I don't know.
The whole
man.
time, even
Like,
when he signed,
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of KD, but I think I can say that when he was in Golden State, like that was his team. It was his
can
team.
see that.
I can't see that.
I would put Steph and Draymond above him before I get
Draymond
as a leader. Yeah,
He's not
before I
speaking
get
for
to
me,
KD.
but Steph, yeah.
I'm not talking
Steph,
about,
yeah.
I'm not talking about player wise, obviously, but like leadership wise, I would definitely put Draymond and Steph above him.
Says one of his tangibles.
His whole
Exactly.
I mean, his whole thing was he left Golden State because he didn't have it wasn't really his team. It was always going to be Steph's team since they drafted him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now he wants to do it in Brooklyn, but I mean, he's got to get on the court first. But,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll get that next year, but
yeah.
I'm
As
still mind blown that you say
Yeah.
Kyrie is not a good player or not a great player.
I think he's overhyped though, because
do you think Kemba Walker's better than Kyrie?
we're about
That's
to
a good
throw
one.
some hands right now.
that's a good
Ky-
matchup.
Whew,
You think that's a good? I think Kyrie cooks Kemba.
there's no chance.
Why,
Kemba's
though?
so much better.
Whoa, bro.
Come on.
The Celtics were the same exact team.
I think it's
with-
closer than so much better, but yeah, I think they're equal.
You really
No, you gotta be on the fence with this. Which one's better?
I slightly take Kyrie because of LeBron. I don't know.
No. You gotta look at them.
Package
You gotta
deal
look at
or
them
what?
as they're individual entities, right? So like,
Okay, I would
forget
take-
LeBron, forget Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
If I got to go, I would put the health factor in there. I go Kemba.
Kemba hasn't had no injuries.
Chris, that's the right answer.
I'll put Kemba in there.
No.
Okay, just
Nah,
remember
man.
I gotta go Kemba.
Kyrie.
The same
Kemba's
team.
too inconsistent, man. He's too inconsistent.
Kemba and Kyrie had the same
Kyrie?
team last year,
It-
and look at them now.
Do you
am-
consider
am
like
I-
injury?
They both not playing right now.
Am I lying, or is Kyrie not at the top of the points per game for point guards? And then on top of that, I mean, he's a facilitator. He can see the court. I don't see Kemba Walker doing that.
Do you
all
consider
the time.
being injury prone like inconsistent?
Nah,
Okay.
like not. But how injury prone really is Kyrie, man? Like he's had the injury in the finals.
Yeah.
He had the injury obviously way back when he was at Duke.
Isn't every team he's on he gets injured for a substantial amount? Wasn't he injured on?
He was injured on the Celtics.
I don't believe he was actually injured on the Celtics. I feel like that was him just saying, "Go fuck yourself."
Well, that's fine too.
Kawhi, yeah.
Kawhi.
Kawhi treated him. He
Kawhi.
gave him that
Okay.
Ka-
Was
he
that
saw-
Kawhi
He
injury?
saw Kawhi do it and was
They
like,
have
"Wait
the
a
same
minute,
doctor.
wait a
They have the
minute.
same doctor.
In that
Writing
case,
notes.
Let me do that." Real
definitely
quick.
Kemba. Yeah, I go.
No,
Kemba.
not
You need a
Kemba.
work excuse?
Pink slip.
Kyrie over Kemba for sure.
That's wild. And then Joel Embiid. I feel like we don't talk too much about him. He's apparently been working out 6 days a week, getting in shape for when he gets that call to go to Orlando.
He has a lot to prove, man.
Yeah.
Do you think? Do you think like Joel is just a glorified potential player, or do you think he'll ever reach that status?
I'm a huge fan of Joel Embiid.
yeah.
But he's like in
So-
between
so I'm
because
biased to this question.
well, he's in between because you say he has a lot of potential, but there's a reason for that because you see like moments of it. He's just not consistent at being at that top tier that everyone sees that he could be.
Yeah.
So to me, he has a lot to prove.
I think he needs more help.
He
Not
needs-
not necessarily like him as a player. Like I think he's great.
You think
Like I
he needs
said,
more
I'm a-
like players help, or
I do,
just like
I do. I don't.
you don't think
I don't
he's
think
inconsistent at times?
the duo between him and Ben Simmons is only going to go so far. If Ben Simmons could stretch the floor, if
Hey, he
Ben
made a
Sim-
3 before this started.
Man,
Yeah.
I mean, if
Don't
he
Joel
could,
shoot
if
more
he could,
threes than Ben?
he does.
Everyone does.
But you want your big man down low. You want
Yeah.
him playing in the post, putting the body to the defender, and playing down low. You can't do that with Ben Simmons out there, like because he's gonna drive. He's gonna.
So you
his
think
game is driving.
is Ben Simmons a big reason why Joel is inconsistent? Because he forces a different type of game on him.
I would say yeah. I think Joel, like, so put Joel Embiid with somebody like Kyrie Irving. We'll use him as the example. Like, I think that's perfect. That'd be perfect because Kyrie is a threat anywhere. So Joel could be down low, or if you want him to stretch the floor, he can stretch the floor. Like, I feel like he's capped to what he can do in Philadelphia with Ben Simmons there, because Ben Simmons is capped at this point with what he can do on the floor. I mean, Ben Simmons is great, but when you can't shoot in a game that is progressively changed to being a shooting game, what are you gonna do?
Do you think this is the Ben Simmons, the final product of Ben
Not
Simmons?
even close. I don't think so. He's so young.
I hope
man.
not.
You think he's gonna get a shot?
I think if he worked with the right people, he could possibly develop a shot. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be anything where you're like, oh, Ben Simmons is out at the three, like Ray Allen's out there, like, nah. But if he can even a 50% jump in his shooting ability, like,
and it sucks for him because a lot of these NBA players develop a shot by having some type of shot. With him, there's so much pressure on him to develop a shot.
Yeah,
and that's the one thing that's gonna slow the growth of him getting a shot, because there's just so much pressure on him having one.
Yeah,
especially when he shot that three, you saw the whole
everybody
like what?
Well, see, and then if I don't want to say. Well, nah. If he was smart during this whole quarantine with no basketball, you're in the gym every day. You're shooting. Yeah. You're shooting.
You can do what Luka
constantly,
did.
Nonstop. Like you're gonna develop like that. I mean, when Kobe, for example, when Kobe wanted to improve on something, he'd be in the gym for hours, and that's while the season was going. You know what I mean? Like, he'd finish a game and then go, and if he didn't think he had a good game, go sit in the gym and start shooting.
Yeah.
For hours. You have all this time during quarantine, no games are being played, nothing's going on. Get in the gym. And he might have. Who knows? We haven't seen him play. He might have a shot now, but
it's not
hold my breath.
Yeah. That's what we've been saying just in general. Like, for us, I wanted a lot of music to drop when this is over.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like if you're at home, if you're some type of artist, like you should be able to, your craft, you're able to do your craft at your house.
I mean, yeah, but you also you don't want to oversaturate, right? Like, everybody.
But that doesn't mean like when having your little vault of music that you can hold,
Yeah, I mean, and when quarantine had first started, I feel like so many artists were dropping, like, and it's just like, man, like, okay, like, what? I don't even know what to listen to first. Like, I don't know, and then you find yourself losing track of what's been put out. So I feel like the same thing is going to happen when quarantine's over. Everybody's just going to drop a substantial amount of music, and it's going to be like, whoa, okay, where do I go?
Yeah.
Like, these past couple of weeks, I feel like have been good. I mean, as far as like, slowly rolling out music, like, and then, with the protests starting, artists have started putting out singles that speak about that. So I think that's been pretty cool to see, like, how they've, their side of things, like what they feel about something, because I think as an artist, people just want to hear your
and you're right on that, because the last 2 weeks have been very, very like single heavy.
We're not getting full projects.
Singles, people need to chill a little, baby. He ain't the next JCole because of that.
That little baby track was dope.
He is,
though.
But people are replacing him.
I'm a huge little baby.
Everybody is
like,
huge
bro.
Baby
like,
fan,
he ain't the next JCole. Relax.
I think he's dope, man. I think he's
good for what he does.
He's getting better. He's
better.
Showing, like, when I first heard Lil Baby, I will say I was not a fan, not a fan at all. But the more things go on, you're like, okay, like he's developing, and then that single he just put out, like, no, it's not JCole. You can't expect.
What was it called again? The one he put out?
Forgot.
We opened it the last week, right?
Yeah, but it was dope though.
Yeah, I mean, but he's developing as an artist, and he's starting to be more. What's the word I'm looking for? You're able to relate
layers and stuff too,
and you're able to relate to him a little bit better. In my
he
opinion.
just needs for me and what I listen to. He needs a lot more before I get there. Like Right now, I'm not even
Well,
a fan.
well, when you put him on a scale that has JCole on
Yeah.
it, I mean,
well,
I
no,
mean,
I don't hold on that scale. It's
said
just
You did say that.
no. I'm saying a lot of people are saying he's the next JCole because of that one track he
Oh.
dropped.
I think it was
Okay.
a meme. I don't think they were serious.
Now some tweets. There's some tweets out there.
I guess.
Yeah, that couldn't have been a serious statement. And if it was, some people need to
Reevaluate.
reevaluate
Yeah.
J. Cole's catalog, man. Because,
Yeah.
but no, I mean, I think he's dope. He's developing, he's progressing. So
Yeah. But yeah, before we wrap up, with the drop of this song, this project, do you have any other drops that you're planning later in the year? Because I know you're saying you don't want to oversaturate.
so we're gonna here coming up, we're gonna be doing more videos.
Okay.
We're gonna put out a few videos from the S.I.n.s project, as well. You know, the What's Poppin' freestyle we just put out.
Yeah.
What was it, Thursday? I think it was Thursday we
Yeah.
dropped it. So we're gonna kind of let those sit for a minute, and then probably I want to say probably a couple months from now we'll probably release another album, just to get a little bit more content out there. That's I try to take pride in showing my versatility.
Yeah.
So I would like to drop something that sounds completely different than what I just gave everybody with S.I.n.s. Like that was something different than what I had dropped before. So I want to try to do the same thing, like give everybody something different. So
Yeah.
we'll probably do that with the next project, maybe around like September.
Are we gonna get any videos from Growing Pains?
Yeah, I think so. I think
That'd be
we're gonna actually shoot one for Witching Hour, if I'm not mistaken. That's just all the details are getting worked out at the moment. So once we get all that figured out, and that seems to be the one that has gained some steam from the project. But the whole thing is dope. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out.
It was
That's
very
good.
good. Yeah.
Shout out Stilo, shout out Diversity. Those are my brothers right there, man. And two very talented individuals, man. Like it's a blessing to be able to work with people like that. So.
And as far as the S.I.n.s project, where can people check it out at?
You can find it on any streaming platform, Apple Music, Spotify, obviously being the main two. If you don't have either one of those, YouTube is still it's all up on YouTube in a playlist on my YouTube channel, as well as the two videos that we have released recently, Cardinal Drive and the What's Poppin' remix.
Okay.
So those are up there. So
this is up. Where can people check us out at, Roy?
Spotify, YouTube, and everywhere else you can hear podcasts. Check us out, engage, leave some comments on YouTube, and let's build this thing.
Yeah. And shout out to Pub Sports. Appreciate y'all playing our podcast. Check y'all out later.